जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। एवरीवन, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। माधव कुंज बिहारी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। So let's start with Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So welcome all devotees for the today's session and in the series of enlightenment, crystal of enlightenment. We are learning so many new things, and now we are graduating to different higher and higher levels. So this session, of course, is coming after fifth session now, isn't it? Sixth session, yes. So whoever has completed all these 6 sessions, I congratulate all of you. Hare Krishna. So this is very wonderful thing that you have covered, you have traveled so far till sixth session. And of course, I'm sure that these sessions will be very, very helpful for you in your lives. And of course, it have brought a transformation or change or some new realization in your life. If you are agreeing with me, please let me know. You know, so this is a new, this is something blessings for us from Lord Shri Krishna. Krishna has made a way, this knowledge to come to us through all different ways. And of course, for that, he made Bhagavad Gita as the most important medium. And through Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding the science of life. And of course, we are thanking His Divine Grace, Desi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, because of whom we are able to understand this knowledge in very, very simple language and or understandable way. This knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very, very high knowledge. It is said that Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedas. How many of you have read all the Vedas? No, huh? All the Vedas. Huh? At least some Vedas you have read. But it is so difficult. Yes, of course. It was difficult to understand, right? Vedic language is difficult. And that's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Veda Vadata Chaham. What language of Vedas are very, very flowery. It's not like the straightforward statements. If you see, Vedas are written for the highly intellectual people. They will not say same simple thing. Okay, this is a gulab jam. No, this is a white color sweet balls which are nectarian into taste and all these things, which while eating somebody like that they will explain the gulab jam. They will not say eat gulab jam. What will say eat gulab jam. So Vedic language is a flowery. Vedic language is a very, very intellectual. That's why Medha finds very, very difficult. It's not straightforward. To understand, we have to get some kind of a essence out of it. Seedha seedha baat, seedhi baat no bakwas bolte. So that is what Bhagavad Gita is. Straightforward. Whatever, not beating around the bush, straightforward. Essence of all Vedas is given in front of us. And many times, even then, Bhagavad Gita, we feel it's so complicated and so difficult. And that Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada has given us in a simple language which we modern people of Bangalore can understand very easily. And that too, again, we have brought it into a PPT format for all of you in the form of Gita course. So just thanks Srila Prabhupada and dive deep into today's topics. Generally, Bhagavad Gita, topics of Bhagavad Gita are considered to be 5. Bhagavad Gita deals with 5 main important topics. I'll count them out. Just you can write it down or maybe you can memorize or whatever. But yes, Bhagavad Gita deals with 5 things. One is Ishvara. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna introduces himself. It deals with the Jiva, soul. We have taken one session for that. Third is, it talks about karma. We had a session on the karma also. It talks about Prakriti. It talks about the nature, how it's created and all these things, or this nature. And fifth important thing, it talks about the time. So we are talking today that fifth element of Bhagavad Gita, that Bhagavad Gita deals with time, that is Kala, and of course Kaalchakra. It is difficult to understand what time is. Even today's, many modern scientists also, they don't understand what time is and how it works. Many times they just simply speculate, not in the form of time travel and what is that, multi-line, what is that? Multiverses today, something has come, multiverses, traveling from one verse to another universe to another verse, multiple verse parallelly going, parallel timelines and all these things, they talk about it. So this is actually everything is just simply a speculation of their mind. They have not theoretically or practically proved. They just speculate about it. And all this knowledge, more we think about it, more we get confused. The idea of multiverse is also very confusing. Idea of time travel also is very confusing. What will happen? These, that, and one idea gives idea of another idea, okay, ऐसा नहीं था, ऐसा हो सकता है. But nobody actually in the scientific world also understand what actually time is. It's very perplexing and confusing thing. Hmm? And what when we deal with our time in our daily day-to-day life also, it's very very tricky, you know. So we think we have a lot of time when we snooze alarm, you know, and we have very little time to finish the task. When our deadline is just on the head, we can, अरे कितना कम समय बचा है, exams. We always think that अरे let us have more time. And these are some kind of emotions that we have. Now in our hostel days, we used to always think, मतलब marvel about time. Whenever we are standing this side of the gate, of course, you know what, toilets, this side of the gate, we think that yeah, time is very late, कितना समय लेगा अंदर बैठ के, and somebody who is inside, he will be having, अरे अभी तो गया हूँ मैं. So this is a difficult. The time is running in a different speed for different people. Somebody who is sitting with his lover, he's think that time is passing so fast, and before that lover comes and he's telling, अरे time कितना slow जा रहा है. You know, you have heard about it, right? The premies, they speak about time like this. When lover has to come, time is very very slow, and when it comes, it goes very fast. So perception of time, you know, we have to understand how to perceive that time. See, there are two perspectives of time. The one perspective of time is it's eternal level. We can understand it at absolute level. And other level we can understand time with our relative and a temporary perspective. So let us see, and of course, in both the levels, time is very very complex to understand. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks about it. We'll read this shloka. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Loka Kshayakrat Pravriddho Lokan Samharatum Iha Pravratah Ritepi Tvam Na Bhavishanti Sarve ये अवस्थितः प्रति अनिकेषु योधः. Somebody can read a translation. Shloka is a little complicated, but translation is simple. Okay, somebody read it.
Hare Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Very famous shloka from Bhagavad Gita actually. You remember where this shloka was recited? Lord Oppenheimer, no, correct his name? Oppenheimer, at the time of atom bomb exploded, first explosion of atom bomb, and he saw that and immediately remembered this shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Kalosmi loka kshayakrit praviddho. Krishna says, I am the time. And what does the time does? Loka kshayakrit praviddho. It destroys the planets. Loka. So this is what time is. Time is the energy of Krishna. Kalosmi. I am the time. Krishna's energy. And what it does, it destroys the universes after universes. And that's why perceiving time also is very difficult. And yes, it's one of his energy is destructive. Action of eternal time. How is time works? We have understood we have different elements of matter. We have earth, air, water, fire, ether, intelligence, mind. So they are interacting with the jivas, and their effect is perceived through the passing of the time. See, we have so many different chemicals experiments we have done. So we put some chemical into mix two chemicals, and we have to wait. Time has to go, and the effect will be seen. Same way, karma also. We do something, and immediately we don't see the effect. Time has to pass, and then the effect is seen. Time is the medium through which karma takes into effect. Hmm? Time factor moves things. The eternal time in this world has two pronged actions. One is it is a controller. It is having controlling tendencies. It moves, it controls everything. Everything can be perceived through the changes. And it is the destroyer. Time destroys. See, time is thing is see, this world itself is changeable, and that change we can perceive through time. You'd have heard into our college days, no, the concept of entropy. What is entropy? Somebody can explain me? Thermodynamics. Yeah.
Degree of disorderness.
Yeah, disorderness. Yeah. And it says by the time goes, the disorderness keeps on increasing. This is how the time is. This is how it works. This world is like that. So if you keep something in one particular state, it will not remain as it is. It by the time goes, it will keep on getting destroyed. It keeps on getting changed due to effect of the time, and that's how time controls. Time changes. So this whole world is changing all the time. Is never same, and but still there are some factor which are remaining same. You know, nature of the world is keep on changing and keep on destroying, keep on getting disintegrated. The kids, if you don't look after them, they will get spoiled. If you the milk on the burner, if you don't look after it, it will burn. And the crops in the field, if you do look after them, they will get also spoiled. So this is where whole world is going towards the degradation. And our culture, we don't look after it, is getting destroyed. More and more modernization, more and more we are getting it. No, modernization is not wrong, but the negative way effect of it, we are just experiencing it. So if efforts has to be put to bring back the culture, effort has to be put to discipline the kids again and again. ऐसा नहीं एक बार बोल दिया बच्चे को काम खत्म है नहीं. And we have to keep telling again, they will forget it also. So the effort has to be kept on maintaining the steadiness, maintain or maybe keep improving. Effort has to be put. Otherwise, if you don't put effort, it will keep on degrading. But you see, this whole world is running. Sun is rising at the same time. Moon is moving at the same speed, isn't it? So why these are happening? They are not disintegrating. Solar system is running. Billions of years, not even a micro second or micro fraction of seconds difference is there. Why is happening? Because there is some energy which is moving it and keeping it in order. That energy may not be ours. That's why we understand the existence of the Supreme Lord who is keeping things in order. If that was not there, this entropy will definitely destroy things. Scientific phenomena, entropy, right? And we are seeing that even though entropy exists, whole world is all still in order. Why it is? What is that energy which is always keeping in order? So this is the energy of Krishna, which is having the controlling tendency and destroying in both ways. So you have to understand how time works and what this time is. We can explain the time in a macroscopic view. You can see this figure. So we have our time, our lifespan, and based on our lifespan, we understand what is this universal timeline is. So this is, we have heard about yuga, years and months and millennials and all these things, yuga. So now we're talking about yuga. So there are 4 kinds of yugas are there. What are those yugas? 4 yugas? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. These 4 yugas. So we are understanding the Vedic perspective of calculation of time. Okay. So we generally calculate our time with the time of years, right? Years. This is a macroscopic view now. Years. Human life you consider approximately of 100 years. Okay. So based on that, so Kali Yuga, if you say it's a the span of Kali Yuga is a 4,32,000 years, human years. 4,32,000, whatever we are talking about in the Earth rotation and all these things. So 4,30,000 years is a time span of Kali Yuga. Now, if you with the perspective of the Kali Yuga, we try to understand the universal time now. So consider Kali Yuga time as a X. Okay. So now everything will talk about the multiple of the X. So every Yuga, before Kali Yuga, what comes? Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga is said to be the twice of that size of length of Kali Yuga. That means it is 2x. उसके पहले कौन सा आता है? That is the again 3 times 3x, and before that it comes is a Satya Yuga. It is 4x. So Kali Yuga, Treta, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Satya Yuga. Totally how many x? 10x, right? 1x plus 2x plus 3x plus 4x, 10x. This 10x constitute one Divya Yuga. Divya Yuga. This is the bigger time span, and this is Divya Yuga. And this Yuga, this cycle, the sequence of Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga, it keeps on repeating. Divya Yugas, they will not stay like that. They will keep on repeating again and again, one after another, after another, after another. And this Divya Yuga constitute the 71 of this kind of Divya Yugas. They will form one Manvantara. How many? 71. So how many Kali Yugas will come into the 71 Manvantaras? One Divya Yuga is 10x, and one Manvantara means 71 into 10x. How many will come? So it's easy, no? It is becoming, abhi to, just now you are tired of calculation. It's going to be more and more complicated. Okay. So this 10x is one Manvantara, and one day of Brahma. One day of Brahma constitutes, it's called as a one Kalpa. It constitutes 14 Manvantaras. How many x? And 14 Manvantaras in a day of Brahma, and 15 Manvantaras into night of Brahma. So this is one day and one night of Brahma. So you can find out how many x's are there. And I'll tell you, it is 10,000 x. 10,000 x in one day and night of Brahma, Divya Yugas. And then this Brahma is one day, this kind of how many days Brahma will live? 100 years. Now you can calculate what is the Brahma's lifespan, and how many Kali Yugas will come, and how many time this Kali Yuga will be keep on coming and coming, and that many times will keep on coming and taking birth again and again. To compare our life to the Brahma's life, what is the comparison there? Nothing. We are nothing in the comparison to Brahma's time. Like, our lifetime, how many ants will take birth and die? Consider ants' birth, the lifespan is one day. We don't have value about it, but Brahmaji also will sing, humans coming and dying and going and all that, and still we have so much ego issue. Life कितना छोटा है हमारे लिए ना, such a small lifespan we have got, and that also we waste in doing something which is very very useless. तूने मेरा टच क्यों किया, मैंने तेरे को टच क्यों किया? Happens ना with brother. Why you touch me? Why I touch you? Brother sister, they know properly. This we spend our time arguing something which is useless, and still we understand the Brahma's lifespan. It is now I spoke about Brahma's lifespan. Brahma's lifespan is one, the time this universe was created, that time Brahma was born, and when Brahma dies, this whole universe get destroyed. We call it as a Pralay, right? Pralay comes different times. After Mahayuga also Pralay will happen. After the day of Brahma also Pralay will happen. After lifespan of Brahma also Pralay will happen. It will keep on happening. Different grades of Pralay will be there. So that is Mahapralay, you can say. The whole universe is getting destroyed because when Brahma is dying. Okay? When Brahma takes birth and when Brahma dies, how Brahma takes birth, how this universe is created. There is one more entity beyond this Brahma's creation is Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is lying on a Karana Sagara. And in that Karana Sagara, he is just sleeping and breathing in and breathing out. And Mahavishnu's breathe. When he breathes out, the whole body pores will start sweating out. It is sweat. We also sweat, right? When we sleep, we get sweat, lots of. And that sweat will get, that every sweat, every pore will emit one Brahmanda. Brahmanda means that whole creation that Brahmaji has created, that will come out. And whole body pores will, how many Brahmandas will be coming out of his body? How many pores we have in our body? That is now God's body, Mahavishnu's body. He should, how big he should be. And from there, every pore, one Brahmanda is coming out. And unlimited Brahmandas are coming. And these are actually the multiverses we are talking about. But every multiverse has its own Brahma. When it multiverse get created, when Mahavishnu breathes out, then Brahma will take birth. He will start creating, and 100 days, 100 years he will survive. And after that, when Mahavishnu breathes in, Brahma will die, and whole universes will get into Lord's body. And what he does is breathes in and breathes out. And that is itself Brahmaji's that lifespan. How many years? I'll tell you Brahmaji's lifespan, no, 10 raised to power 5 billion years. Maybe we can say some trillion years kind of thing you can say. So this is how the lifespan is. And now you can imagine in the comparison of Mahavishnu, or maybe comparison of Brahma, our lifespan is like just a spark. So our lifespan is just a mere spark. If you see the Brahmaji's lifespan, or maybe Mahavishnu's lifespan, we don't have much time at all. And in this lifespan, what we have to do, what we have to achieve, we have to earn money, we have to earn this, we have to earn that. Specifically, we are talking about we have to achieve the moksha, and that too, how many times, how many lifespan, how many years we have got now for to achieve that much big goal? Only 100 years. How long we'll live? और lifespan कितना है? 100 years? नहीं, 100 years भी नहीं है. 80 years भी जी लेंगे. That also will be struggling to do something after the 60 or 70s. We are literally useless after. What kind of moksha will achieve? What kind of a scriptural study will do? What kind of bhakti will do after that? We're not able to recognize ourselves also. So, and that too, very very and our goal is very very high, and we say that यारे हमें मोक्ष मिलाना है. Our existence is nothing. See, Brahma's lifespan is 311 trillion and 40 billion year. Our lifespan is 100 years max. That's all. You see, there is a story of a Lomasha Rishi. He comes into Mahabharata once. Lomasha Rishi. Heard about Lomasha Rishi? He heard about Markandeya Rishi. What is the lifespan of Markandeya Rishi? Any guesses? General knowledge I'm asking. Markandeya he lives multiple yugas. He has seen even a devolution, and that also he survived. Lomasha Rishi is even he breaks the record of Markandeya Rishi also. You know what is the Lomasha Rishi's lifespan? Lomasha Rishi has got a vardhan, the boon of a long lifespan. His body is full of hairs, Loma. And when Brahma's one lifespan gets over, one hair will fall. And when his body will be completely hairless, that time he will die. Such a long lifespan. He's a Rishi, he's a Muni. And of course, one day what happened, Lomasha Rishi's students came to Lomasha Rishi. Rushiji, Guruji, this is a very difficult situation. Winter is coming, and lots of ice will come and all these things. Let us build an hut at least, then we can do our tapasya properly. You know, Lomash was not having a hut. He was just simply sitting on the open air and doing tapasya. Shishya was telling, "अरे महाराज के लिए सब building बन जाएगा, हमारे लिए कुछ बन जाएगा." They're telling, "महाराज जी, let us build our hut at least. We can do tapasya properly." What Lomash said? We can't waste time. See, he's also telling time is very precious. He can't waste time in just building the hut. Just continue the tapasya as it is. So he's telling, he for him also the time is very very short. He's telling. There are so many examples like that in the Puranas also. Okay, Brahma, Brahma Vimohan Lila, would have heard about it. Brahmaji came to this earth. He snatched Krishna's cowherd boys and calves and went to Brahmaloka to keep and came back. Time passed. 1 year, just one moment he went and came back, here time passed. So this is how time runs in a different planetary system. Time runs in a different speed. And Lomash is telling, no, we don't have time at all. Why are you wasting time in a building hut? Let's continue our tapasya. We waste our time a lot. We waste our time into sleeping. We waste our time into prajalpa, talking nonsense, gossiping. But time is destroying. Time has a destructive effect. When we heard about law of entropy, right? Something you keep it as it is, it keeps on getting destroyed. So this is the effect of time. See, with the effect of time, everything gets destroyed. Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. Everything, life, the quality of life also gets destroyed. One day, I'll tell you, there was a Bollywood film shooting was happening. And that film name was Mughal-e-Azam. Okay, some Bollywood gossip now. And the hero of that movie was Prithviraj Kapoor. And he was considered to be the fittest hero of the Bollywood that time. The hefty. आज के जो आपके हीरो है ना, जो भी आज के बॉडी बिल्डर है, उस पृथ्वीराज कपूर के सामने nothing. Whoever bodybuilder is, you bring it. Nobody can have a match with Prithviraj Kapoor. And he became Samrat Akbar into that. And there's an epic scene was there of a war. Samrat Akbar goes for the war, and he will be wearing armors. And to make the movie realistic, the director, I don't know what's the name, but he bought a real armor of Tipu Sultan from Mysore. That is, of course, how many years old? Maybe 100, 200 years old armor was preserved. He bought it. Prithviraj Kapoor said, yes, I will do it. He sat in the chair, and all his servants, they put armor on this body and all these things. And after putting armor, the director says, okay, sir, shot ready hai. And Prithviraj Kapoor tried to get up. He could not get up at all. This is what, this is how 200 years old, what is the physique of Tipu Sultan was there. Prithviraj Kapoor could not have a match. And now what? Prithviraj Kapoor, how many years old backstory is this? Maybe 50 years back. Now we don't have a match to it. And if you go to Kolhapur, there's a place called Panhara. I don't remember how I studied there. There, Baji Prabhu Deshpande's sword is kept. Marathi people, they know Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Pawan Khinda's war and all these things. That sword is so heavy that today nobody can lift it. Baji Prabhu Deshpande's life-size statue is also there. Height is so high. Have you anybody seen Madhvacharya's Samadhi, Sannidhi in Srirangam? Have seen, right? Madhvacharya's, Ramanacharya's Sannidhi. Ramanacharya's Sannidhi. His body is kept life-size, and you see, huge. That is also how many years old? Almost 1,000 years old. 1,000 years back, Ramacharya appeared, and his physique, you see, is unmatchable. So time passes, and our capacities are also decreasing. Our grandmother, or maybe she could memorize at least 10-15 phone numbers for emergency calls. How many phone numbers you remember? That to your husbands, maybe. That's all. Now two. Your own number also you can remember. So now you see, our memory is also decreasing, our physical also decreasing, our endurance also is decreasing, our lifespan also is decreasing. This is the effect of time. It is mentioned कि Kalyuga, at the end of Kalyuga, of course, Kalyuga lifespan, in the beginning of Kalyuga, human lifespan will be 100 years. Before that, human lifespan was 1,000 years. Before that, lifespan was some 10,000 years, and before it was a lakhs of years. Hiranyakashipu did tapasya for how many years? 10,000 something? 1,000? Yeah, like that. So our lifespan also is decreasing. And it is mentioned that at the end of Kali Yuga, from now onwards, 4 lakh years afterwards, human lifespan will be only 20 years. 20 years में उनका सब कुछ हो जाएगा. They will take birth, they will grow up, they will have kids, they will grow old and die. That's all. 20 years lifespan is over. You would have seen one movie called Pa. Heard about it? That small boy get old and before father he will die. So this is the symptom showing अरे ये होने वाला है आपके साथ, है ना? So this is how Kali Yuga will take effect on us, take toll on us. So it is going to destroy more and more and more, and still we fight for it. We fight for the land. Bhumi Gita, Mother Bhumi in Srimad Bhagavatam speaks about कि these kings are fighting. These kings are fighting for me. But now they fought for many, many years, many, many eternal time. And now what? All are they are buried. So this is how we spend our time into discussing something trifle and prajalpa. The yuga changes, and mentality of the people also keeps changing. People's endurance, people good qualities also keep on. Satya Yuga people were all good. They were people who are living by the values. They were living with the idea of the tapasya, tolerance. They were very, very high, and compassion also very, very nice. And Kali Yuga is all gone. It is said that people, when Satya Yuga, people were very, very charitable. They used to give charity nicely, easily. But Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga went on, and what Yuga came? Dwapara, Treta Yuga. The people said, okay, donation kya dena hai? They started putting line over this one, and they throw the money away above, and they said, okay, whatever comes that side is God's, whatever this side is mine. Charity. But afterwards, they said, okay, line kyun karna hai? They will start making circle out of it. Stay standing in the circle, they throw it, and whatever comes in the circle is mine, and whatever outside is God's. Simple. But now, in Kali Yuga, they started, भाई line क्यों निकालना है, circle भी क्यों निकालना है, whatever we throw away, whatever God wants, he will take it, whatever comes on his mind. This is how we are dealing with. Our tendencies are going. See, previously, Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, the religion was standing on the 4 legs. Ahimsa, Satya was there, Tapasya was there, and what is the fourth leg of the religion? Tapasya, Ahimsa, truth, and mercy. Ahimsa is there. One is cleanliness, perfect, cleanliness. So one yuga, one leg was getting disappeared, and at Kali Yuga only one leg is remaining, that is Satya, and apart all the legs are broken. So dharma is lame now. Quality of goodness is reducing, and Kali Yuga is full of Tamoguna. Tamoguna will be prevailing. Satya Yuga, they were Brahmanas who were ruling. They were kind of considered to be the ideal of the society. Then slowly, Kshatriyas became the ideal of society. And then Vaishyas became the ideals of the society. And they were the ruling Vaishyas. But now in Kali Yuga, who is ruling? Shudras. Who are our ideals? Our ideals are like all the heroes, all the heroines, all the influencers are our ideal. We want to become like that. But actually, professionally, they are Shudras. We spoke about now in the karma section we talked about. They are the Shudras actually. And Shudras are ruling, and Shudras are influencing the society. This is how the age is deteriorating. Time has different effects. Sattva, Raja, Tama, effect of Tama is increasing. So of course, time has different effects, and different time have different effects into this one. And and this guna affects us also. And that's why we see now early morning is a time of a goodness, where people go in early in the morning time. They go to temple and they do all kind of a goodness activities and this. People don't go to bars in the early in the morning. Yeah, of course, some expert drunkards, they will definitely go, but otherwise people don't tend to go into those bars and all these places, or maybe some market. And they, as day starts, the effect of sattva keeps on reducing, effect of rajoguna will keep on increasing, and when it comes for the night, tamoguna will keep on, it will prevail. Other gunas will be having very, very less effect. Satyaguna activities has to be done in a Satyaguna time only, like a studying. And now many times people have study, अरे नाइट स्टडी करेंगे हम लोग पूरा नाइट जाग के, बट कुछ दिमाग में नहीं रहता है, चाय पी के हम लोग स्टडी करते हैं, बट we don't, it just doesn't get converted into marks at all. Because that effect of tamoguna is there. If you have to study nicely, then you have to have a strong memory power. It happens only in the morning, sattaguna time. Brahma muhurta time is the best for study, best for exercise also. Exercise, gym cannot be done in the night time. You have to do it in the morning, because morning time our body is so regenerative power is very, very high. Morning time, whatever we do, it can sustain. And whenever you have to do chanting, meditation, and all these things, when we have to do, how many of you do chanting after coming from office? Chanting करते कि नहीं करते हो? After coming from the office, and the last job in the day is take the mala and chant it. And that is a mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. This is a mode of ignorance time. In the night, 12 बजे हम लोग माला कर रहे हैं, आज का काम खत्म है, लास्ट चेक बॉक्स टू बी चेक्ड इज अ chanting of one mala at least. And that mala will be so struggleful. आंखें गिरती है, eyes are dropping, and one mala will take them 10, 15, half an hour for one mala only. And it's not giving us pleasing experience. Sattva-guna activity has to be done in Sattva-guna time only. First thing we have to do in the daytime is chant our rounds. Not even afternoon time. Of course, afternoon time is for the passion, the job, where we have to do so many hard work and all these things. It's a passion time. That time if you take the malas, again it will take a difficult time. आपका job, आपका boss आपको call कर रहा है, do this job, and you take the mala that time. Nothing will happen, because mode of goodness activity has to happen in the morning time. You chant in the morning time, early morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and we have a japa sessions, right? In the morning, 6:30 japa sessions. Now we are going to change the japa session time also now. Not 6:30. We'll make japa session 5:30 now. Isn't it? Okay. Best is to chant early morning, and that chanting will give such a kind of a deep experiences you will not get any other time also. You can experience chanting in the Mangalarti time, Brahma Muhurta time, chanting in the afternoon time, and chanting in the night time after your body is completely tired and the mind is asking sleep, and you are taking mala in your hand. Worst experience. Even though chanting is a blissful, it should be a blissful experience, but it is not giving us bliss. Better do chanting in the first day in the time. First work in the day is chanting. Before finishing your rounds, don't put your hands on the work at all. See, when we do these things, we achieve that spiritual potency, and that spiritual potency also gives us confidence to do everything better way in the life. It gives us so many beautiful things it can bestow. The focus, the attention, and the confidence to do the things. Because yes, we have fulfilled our promise to Krishna that okay, I will chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra and I'm done. And with the Krishna's mercy and blessings, we can achieve any task in the world. Prabhupada used to say, anybody who can chant 16 rounds in the morning within one sitting can achieve anything in the world. That is the blessing of Srila Prabhupada, of course. So yes, try to finish your rounds early in the morning. Of course, tomorrow onwards, we will be changing our time. You can come little early for the japa session. We will do japa in a regular japa link in the Zoom, and we'll use that because Prabhuji is also not in the town. Fine. Okay, so please join early. There's change of time and change of course, you can, if you are comfortable to come at 6:30, you can come at 6:30 also, no issues. But yes, try to come as early as possible on the japa session. Okay. And of course increase your rounds, not kind of an if you want to say अरे प्रभु जी मैं एक ही माला करूंगा and do quality mala only, अरे no, it is not going to happen. You know, you heard about the law of entropy. You know, if you say Prabhu one mala whole lifetime, no, it's going to get degraded again and again. You keep on trying to increase, you can keep on trying to give a positive efforts, at least there's a chance that you will stay steady, you know. So try to increase your malas somehow or other. So if you're chanting one malas, start chanting two malas, four malas, eight malas. If you're chanting eight malas, please start chanting 16 malas at least. How long will be chanting four malas? Whole lifetime? No, you have to keep on increasing, right? Okay, so okay, well, we're talking about effect of time into different places, and effect of different gunas at a different level, different time. Morning time is the effect of sattva guna, afternoon time is the effect of raja guna, and night time is the effect of sattama guna. And tamoguna activities are best suited into that thing. You know, night clubs are open into night only because tamoguna places, and temples are open in the morning time because sattva places. Share market opens night? No. Share markets open in the afternoon time only because that is the Rajaguna time. In the markets, all the businesses, they work on that because that is the most effective or productive time for them. They can't be productive in a Sataguna time. They can't be productive in the Tamaguna time. This is a perfect time for them. The right thing at right time is the key for success. Night time is for sleep. Use it for sleeping only, not for studying hard or doing gym and all these things. No. Night time is for right thing at right time is a matter of success. You try yourself, your life will change. Sometimes people have a habit, अरे बाबा रात को 10 बजे हम लोग डिनर करेंगे, and that dinner is in your stomach and you are sleeping at that time, and the morning waking up is difficult हो जाता है. No, eating has to happen before sunset. Even if not that, at least 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, at least 10 o'clock you sleep off. Automatically you can wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, easily will wake up. You will not feel drowsy also that time, and whole day will go energetic. Just try to live that Vedic lifestyle. We have our Vedic lifestyle training for the boys. I know we are opening a base for the boys. Harshit Prabhu is a part of it, and some other boys. So we teach them, at young age itself, we have to inculcate those habits, to habit of Vedic lifestyle. Then only we can make best use of our life, most efficient thing. And our body keeps on changing. We saw the time is changing, the body also changes. With that also we can experience the transformation. Prabhupada mentions the body is subject to 6 kinds of transformation. It takes its birth from the womb of a mother's body, remains for some time, grows, produces some effect, gradually dwindles, and at the last vanish into oblivion. The soul, however, does not go through such changes. So we can understand the difference between the body and the soul. Body is subjected for the transformations, of course, transformation. The boyhood, we have seen. We just take birth, and all these different transformations keep on happening. What we were at the time of birth, we are not like that now. Even the bones, number of bones are changing. While we taken birth, 300 bones were there, and now some 280 something like that is gone. So time is ticking. We heard of the story of Lomasha Rishi. We understand how body keeps on transformation. Yeah. So body has a different effects. Like we were like this and this and this, and finally we come to that last stage. Of course, that man is standing so strong, straight, but old man doesn't stand straight. We will not be standing like this. So be careful. Which stage you are now? Identify yourself, and how many are left out? The time is less. Time runs out very quickly. We don't identify. And even if you say birthday आ जाता है ना, some friends will ask, प्रभु जी कितना साल के हो गए आप? 40 years. 40 years. When as soon as we say 40 हो गया, I was thinking I'm young only. अरे 40 हो गया. And you say अरे time बहुत कम बचा है. Yes, very few time, very less time is remaining with us. Time has a destructive potency. It is always keeps on changing from everything to nothing. Hmm? And still people will say, this is the from Mahabharata Vanaparva. Yudhishthira Maharaj was going, and Yaksha Prashna's time, na? Yaksha will ask Yudhishthira Maharaj, what is the most wonderful thing, what is the most surprising thing in the world? He says, ahani ahani bhutani gachanti hayamalayam sheshasthavara ichanti kim ascharyamathaparam. Every day and night we see people are dying, and still shesha, remaining, they think that yes, sthavaram ichanti, I will stay forever. Kim ascharyamathaparam. What is the more surprising thing than this? One of our senior devotee, Maharaj Prabhu, he was telling, one day he went to his mother's funeral, and all her grandkids, yes, he had some 7-8 grandkids, his uncles, they were crying and they were lamenting. Oh, grandmother was so nice, she did say this, अरे कैसे होगा कि चली गई ये वो वगैरह वगैरह, and they were lamenting, and one day we'll also go, and they're lamenting, and then they took her to the funeral, that means Shamshan Ghat. सब कुछ खत्म करके वापस आ रहे थे. As when they were coming back and they were fighting, अरे वो चाची का नानी का वो घर था ना, वो मैं रख लूंगा, तेरे पास तो कार आ गई ना, why do you want a car and all this? They started fighting on the way back itself. Just now you have burned one body there, and you understood the short, very very instability of the life, and anybody can die anytime, and still you are fighting for the property there. And people think that yes, I can enjoy nice forever, I can live forever, so there is no guarantee of life at all. When I will die, what do you think when you will die? This is very dangerous question ना, but of course we say कि अरे बाबू हो जाएगा, 10-15 साल तो मैं जी लूंगा अच्छे से ना, 20 साल ओके ठीक है, 20 years nothing will happen to me, can you guarantee that? है ना, we can't guarantee. How many 20 years you can guarantee? 30 years, 40 years after the class at least. Nothing, anything can happen anytime, and still we are fearless. अरे कुछ नहीं होगा, I'll live forever. And we think that there is a huge amount of time for, अरे मैं कर लूंगा, अरे 16 वाला, अरे साल भर तक पहुंच ही जाएंगे ना. After 1 year we'll chant 16 rounds. Okay, now what is the hurry for that? Our situation is like those goats in the butcher shop. You know goats, बकरी जब आती है ना, समझ में आता है, सारी बकरियां खड़ी रहती हैं, and these mullahs will keep on feeding them grass, and एक लाइन में खड़े होकर उनको एक एक करके काटते जाता है. And these goats whose number has not yet come, they will be happily eating the grass, है ना, and she's seeing the other goat is being cut, अभी मेरा नंबर आने वाला है, फिर भी they will happily eating the grass, है ना. Our situation is exactly like that. We don't understand time has come, and time can come any time. We don't have, whatever we have to do, we have to do it right now. We have to live our day like that is our last day. Our spiritual goal we have to achieve right this moment. So time has a destructive effect, but do you know, is there anything which grows with the time? Is there anything which grows? Age to grow hota hai. But anything else that grows with the time? Okay, Govinda Krishna speaks about it. We'll read this shloka. Neha bhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Okay, somebody can read the translation. This is Mataji's can read. Please raise your hands. Anybody? दिख रहा है क्या? Anybody can read? अरे शर्माना क्या है, इंग्लिश ही पढ़ना है.
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of way.
Yeah, in this endeavor, what kind of endeavor we are talking about? The spiritual endeavors. There is no diminution. Whatever we work, whatever we earn, whatever we do, it is going to get lost and destroyed. Bank balance, can we take with us? ना एक बार ना एक पंडित को, एक राजा को उनके गुरु को शिक्षा देनी थी, they wanted to teach something. And Raja was completely engrossed into his job and work and is earning money and all these things. The king, his guru came to him and says, "Arey king, you are going to die." "Oh, I'm going to die. Oh my God! But don't worry, you are going to Swarga." "Oh, I'm going to Swarga. Fine, fine, fine. But there's a problem there. In Swarga, na, there are lots of mosquitoes there." "अच्छा mosquito तो अरे अरे क्या करेंगे फिर?" "नहीं नहीं, but you will get mosquito net there." है ना, अच्छा मॉस्किटो नेट मिलेगा, अच्छी बात। बट ये मॉस्किटो नेट में ना देयर विल बी होल देयर, होल है उसके तो सारे मॉस्किटो आ जाएंगे। बट डोंट वरी, यू कैन स्टिच इट, धागा वागा मिल जाएगा, लेकिन वहाँ पे सुई नहीं है, इट देयर इज नो नीडल देयर। ओके फाइन, यू कैन कैरी ऑन नीडल फ्रॉम हियर व्हाइल गोइंग देयर। The king says, okay, okay, I will carry on. But again, next moment he says, okay, I have to carry needle from here to the Swarga. How is it possible? And he says, Arey Guruji, how can I carry a needle from here to Swarga? I cannot carry anything. Then Guru says, that's what I want to tell you. From in this earth, you cannot carry anything. And still you are wasting your time to earn so many things in the world. People run so much to earn money, to earn some bank balance and this and that. Uh, just one moment after death, that whole bank balance is useless for him. He can't do anything with that. No bank, not even their name and fame also nobody knows. You know, nobody can claim, okay, I was, when I was living, I was such and such a big billionaire, or I was something such and such a welfare social worker. Please respect me. Nobody will respect you. Body destroyed, identity destroyed, your bank balance not at all. Somebody else will be using your bank balance. You know, so we are wasting our time into something which we cannot carry. But what we can carry is the spiritual credits. They will not be destroyed at all. Whenever we take next birth, same position, same place, we can continue our spiritual progress. Your degrees will burn to ashes. Now you say, "Arey Prabhu, last birth I was a PhD holder, Now give me admission to the university right away. I don't want to go for the first and the second. What they will do? Etchup, go to nursery, or the kindergarten. We have to start from there. We have to take meetings again." But spiritual credits, they are not going to get destroyed. They are going to stay with us even the next birth. Whatever progress we have done into spiritual path, we will start from that same situation and same position. Even we have seen small children also, they show so high maturity in spiritual subject matters. That shows that our spiritual credits keeps on carrying forward from one birth to another birth. That's a neha bikramana shosti. We have to invest our time into getting those credits, spiritual credits. Where should I invest my time? Shall I invest? Where you will invest your money into the bank, which is going to get bankrupt or something like that? No, you will invest your money into that stock which is ever growing, right? Ever growing stock which will never come down. That stock is very important, right, for you. So that field is spiritual field. Whatever work you do, it is ever eternal, not going to destroy. So instead of investing our time into those, let us use our time into spiritual path. It is said that dhanani bhumo dhanani bhumo, there is a shloka from Sanskrit actually. The dhan jo hota hai, it will stay into the ground because people used to bury it in the ground, but now people put in a bank balance, and we put money to bank and we die, and that money even our ancestors, our descendants don't get. Bank, it will enjoyed by the bank only. There's a figure, uh, there's so many unclaimed bank accounts are there, and banks are enjoying that money. And the old people will put their money and they'll forget to give the password also. So the dhan will go to the banks, and wife will go to till the doorsteps, and the relatives will go till samshan, body will go till chita, and whatever what carries forward is our spiritual credits. That's all. So we have to understand, we have to use time effectively. Effective use of time, and this time management is a very important subject actually. And with one small tip for all of you how to use time effectively. Oh, something has happened. Sound has to come. Yes.
Professor stood before his class with some items in front of him. When the class began, without speaking, he picked up a large empty jar and proceeded to fill it with rocks about 2 inches in diameter.
So the professor, he was explaining one
The jar
experiment.
was full. They agreed that it was full. So the professor then picked up a box of pebbles.
1 second.
The jar. He shook the jar lightly and watched as the pebbles rolled into the open areas. Rocks. The professor then asked once again if the jar was full. The chuckled and agreed that it was indeed full this time. The professor picked up a box of sand, poured it into the jar. Sand filled the remaining open areas of the jar. Now, the professor, I want you to recognize that this jar signifies the rocks are the truly important things, such as family, health, and relationships. If all else was lost, and only the rocks remain, your life would still be meaningful. Pebbles are the other things that matter in your life, such as work or school. The sand signifies the remaining small stuff and material possessions. If you were to put sand into the jar first, there is no room for the rocks or the pebbles. The same can be applied to your lives. If you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, you never have room for the things that are true. Pay attention to the things in life that are critical to your happiness and well-being. Take time to look after your health, play with your children, go for a run, write a letter to your grandmother. There will always be time to go to work. Take care of the rocks first. The things that really matter, set your priorities. The rest just pebbles and sand.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So this is one very nice lesson we learn from here. So what we have to do is, many people complain, but we time ही नहीं है हमारे पास. There are so many things we have to do, but time ही नहीं है, time पूरता ही नहीं है. 24 hours are not sufficient. If we are given 42 hours in the day also, that also will be like that only. Why? Because we are not setting our priorities properly. Because we keep on spending our time into all those useless things which are not so important in our life, and while we are running for behind all these useless things, or maybe we are less important, we don't have time for those important things to do. But believe me, if we look after those very very important things, like a relationship, giving the time to the parents, giving earning some skills and all these things, if we give time to those, all other things will fall into the place properly. We don't need to run behind them. Everything will come, but we have to look after, we have to understand what is that important thing in our life. So we have to set our properties perfectly. So time can be used perfectly by being in present. Many times what we do, we keep on we keep on spending our time into lamenting. We heard about in the mind session, and the mind will always keep on taking us to in the past for lamenting. It will keep on taking into future, worrying and lamenting and worrying and lamenting. That's what we do. It says Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti labate param. So of course Krishna mentions, who wants to have a bhakti, what they have to do? Brahma Bhuta. They have to stand at the Brahma Bhuta stage. And what will happen at Brahma Bhuta stage? Na shochati na kankshati. They will not worry for the past, worry for the future and lament for the past. And they will be always remain in the present. Being in the present, in a corporate world they talk about be in the moment. They've heard of talk about it. Be in the moment. Take action at the right time. So this is being in the moment thing will happen when somebody stays at the level of Brahma Bhuta. And how to be in that moment? We have the practice of it, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. To keep our mind into the present tense always. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is a practice to be in the present. When we practice it very nicely, yes, all our things will follow. We will be most effective or efficient person in the room. When we understand how to be in the present moment, na sochati na kamshati. So this can happen when we transform our life into the mode of goodness, not just simply goodness, the shuddha sattva, the goodness which having no trace of the raja and tama. And that position we will be in the brahma bhuta stage, and lamentation and hankering will get destroyed. And yes, for that is mantra meditation helps us. So at least take this simple activity which is most essential and helpful for you in the life seriously. If you can do this, Prabhupada gives a promise. Yes, you can achieve anything in the world. So now, few final tips for the day. How to make time for the spiritual practices. See, it is very nice. If we make our spiritual practices the high priority, other activities will automatically fall into place. Because Krishna says, I am the time. And when you give time for Krishna, why Krishna will not make time for you in the life? And when the Ras Leela happened, remember how long it was going on? One night? No, it was not one night. It was one yuga. For us who was not part of this Ras Leela, for us it was one night only. But people who are there inside, all the gopis are inside, they were enjoying with Krishna for 1 million years. He's a time personified. If you give your time to Krishna, why won't Krishna expand time for you? Yes. So give time for Krishna, give your heart for Krishna. He is the most worthy person for it. So primary aspect of spiritual practices like a chanting the name of the God, Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavad Gita and other prescribed books, hearing from the pure devotees, the classes and discourses, and hear from Srila Prabhupada regularly, and attending this satsang. It is the time spent into this is never wasted. The Srimad Bhagavatam said, Tasyarthe yachano nitam udayannastacha yannaso. Day and night which is passing, it is killing us actually. Rising sun and setting sun is destroying us, destroying our life every day, every year. And every year pass, we celebrated Happy New Year, no? But it's not a Happy New Year. 1 year we have wasted without any progress. So we have to be hankering and working hard for that, to spend our time most effectively. Use our time specifically for the spiritual practices. That time is never wasted. That time is always already gained. Okay? This is the time. Okay? Before we end our session, is another opportunity for all of you. Evidence says some activity which goes for eternal time, activities which are carried forward for next birth and next generation, next lives also, not generation, lives. So is the service to Lord Shri Krishna. Here we are having ISKCON Whitefield. There is a sankalpa of building a temple or a house for the Lord. So Shri Krishna's temple or Shri Krishna's palace is being built up. It mentions in the Padma Purana, whoever at least builds a temple for the Lord, or maybe at least helps to build the temple of the Lord, his home is made in Vaikuntha. I've seen, when I was going to Tirupati, and while walking on the Tirupati, you see, there are so many people keep a stone of the stone of the stone of the stone of the stone. They think that by doing this, our home will be made in Vaikuntha. But actually, when you keep a stone of the stone of the stone while making the temple of the Lord, that will actually make your home in Vaikuntha in reality. So that's why we are having the offer for a chance for everybody to participate into that. Put a brick, just a single brick for the temple of Lord Shri Krishna. You can do every how many bricks will need to build a temple? This is a 3-4 story building. The temple is coming up. How many bricks are required? Can you donate all the bricks for the temple? Somebody can do it, but we don't want everything from you. We want at least one brick. One brick, not just one time. One brick every Ekadashi. Now next this week Ekadashi is coming. Donate one brick. Take a sankalpa of I will donate one brick every Ekadashi at least for next 2 years. This is a project which is lasting for only 2 years. In 2 years, this chance will finish. Temple will be built up. After that, no construction is going to happen. Your chance is lost. So take the opportunity to donate the brick, at least one brick. Take the this is QR code is there. You can scan it and fill up the form and do the sankalpa. Yes, every Ekadashi, I will donate one brick for the temple construction of the Lord's temple. It's not so costly. One brick is only I think 500 rupees like that. That's all, 500 rupees. 547 something it is there. Let me increase it. Okay, 540 rupees every Ekadashi for the period of 2 years. That's all. So take the sankalpa to donate one brick for the Lord just for 5 years. And of course, you can do it more also if based on your capacity. But yes, at least one brick. Okay, it mentions a 5 brick. Sorry, 5 brick for 500 rupees. Okay, shall I increase it more? Second. Yeah. Okay. So this is how we end. If you have any questions, please let me know for today's session.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for such an nectarian session. So we have timetable from Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. As Prabhuji told, time is destructive. Time has a destructive effect. And through the example of Lord Maharishi, Prabhu told that we don't have time. So how to manage time? Also Prabhu told to be in present, as in our corporate life we say. And the best way to be in present is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
I hope you all realize the session of Prabhuji. Just one question, whether you understood or not, will come to know. Small quiz. What is the lifespan in Satyuga? Human lifespan in Satyuga.
Anybody knows?